This is the bread I made. I know we have to clean the machine. Don't worry. We're aware. Dude, I've cleaned all the appliances except for this one. I don't even know why I'm whispering, honestly. I'm gonna be frothing the creamer in the cups before I pour the coffee in. I just have to wait for the dang coffee to brew. It takes forever. Look at this. Oh, you can see the shadow of my frother. I got it at Canadian Tire for $9. Best investment I ever made. Come on, coffee. There, I fixed it. Almost done. It goes to about 10 cups and then it's done. So it's almost there. Man, I can't wait. I'm so needing the coffee right now. Look at this. This is why I need a coffee. So dang early. So let's just see.
Yeah, you might be right.
Is it good? It did it right?
Alright.
So it's not shit?
I don't think it's French toast.
I don't think so either. I just wanted to see. So if you're wondering what happened, so we made bread, like, what was it, like near midnight, right? On Sunday. And it turned out great. Like, it smelled like bread. It looked really good. However, when we toasted it, it tasted good. But when I tried to fry it today as a French toast, it didn't work out very well. And I'm wondering why that is. Maybe the dough wasn't like fluffy enough. I don't know. But we'll perfect it eventually. He says it's not like, it doesn't taste bad, which is good. He doesn't like being filmed in the morning. I just needed to see his reaction to the French toast. Everything else seems... The other thing is because we had the MRI yesterday and we had to stay up until like 4 a.m. Literally. We didn't sleep until 4 a.m. That's when we went to bed yesterday. 4 a.m. Yeah.
It was 4:30.
Probably when you passed out, but when I got into the bed, it was 4:09. And I was like, I better get to sleep like right now. And I laid down. So it was like 4 a.m. that we got into the bed. Yeah, that's hilarious, right? And he looks like Steve Aoki. Lucas with the Snapchat filter. So it kind of screwed up our whole like sleeping pattern. And today when I woke up, I felt like I was gonna die. Like literally, I felt like I was gonna die today. I woke up and I felt like I got hit by a freight train. And I was like, come on, Stacee. Women of old didn't take days off. Neither did God when he created the earth. He waited 7 days to take a day off. You know what I mean? On the 7th day, he rested. So I have to wait till Saturday to rest. So guys, I'm about to do my 2 o'clock journey of having a cup of tea each day. That is right. I'm going to have a cup of tea each day at 2 p.m. to bring back some of my femininity that I lost because of feminism. And I can explain all that in a moment because I just have to check on my kids. They're riding their bikes in their favorite spot. Good. I'm glad that I don't have to worry too much. So I'll talk more about the aspect of how I lost my femininity because of feminism once I return. Okay, so when I was a little girl, I didn't grow up like a regular little tiny girl. We were poor, and my mom used to dress really pretty at one point in like housewife dresses. I remember one of her dresses was really flowy, and I really liked them. They were like 1960s style. They were beautiful, okay? And I really liked her blue one. She had other colors, but her blue one was my favorite one. And so she looked very feminine, And I used to love just watching her walk around the house in this dress. And then I don't know what happened along the way, but then she stopped wearing those kinds of dresses. She stopped going to church. She got into some witchcraft and started wearing black clothing, black makeup, things of this nature. And it wasn't at all feminine anymore. And so I got into witchcraft naturally from looking at how she practiced it. And I got on my journey of rebelling against God at this point. And you're going to say, well, Stacee, what does that have to do with feminism? Witchcraft isn't feminism. But I'm going to show you something. It'll be right after this video. Right after this video. I mean, I don't have to say too much. I just have to show you. Just watch. So, just to say, the very least, yes, witchcraft is feminist. They moved away from God because God was oppressive. They said that anyone who holds the religious moral standing surely is not for women's rights and freedoms, blah, 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 blah. Or the equality of women. This is what they were pushing back in the 60s and 70s. So, yes, I'm sorry to say this, but witchcraft is very feminist. So, after that, my mom never was a lady. She never taught us how to be a lady, any of that. Things actually went way downhill after that. And the only other time I was in the presence of a lady or training to be a proper lady was when I was in foster care, and my foster mom, Vera, was teaching me how to iron, bake, clean, do laundry, things of this nature. And I had no idea why she always made me do all those things. I understand now, but then I didn't because I never asked, why do you make me do all this stuff? I just did it. She asked me to do something, I did it. I felt like I had to, so I did. You know, I was in foster care. But the point is, I never grew up doing tea parties or dreaming about being married or having, well, I did dream about having kids at a very young age, but what I mean is I never had the girly upbringing that some girls have, right? I didn't even play with Barbies. I played with cars and boats, Vikings, Lego. I wanted to be a lawyer and then an archaeologist and then an anthropologist. These are the kind of things that I wanted to do when I was younger. And I always pretended to be one of those things. When I would pretend to be grown up, I'd pretend to be one of those things. Some women planned their weddings when they were younger. It was one of those things that girls do, you know, when they're little girls or teenagers. They would plan their wedding. I never did that. What I did was spy on my neighbors and pretend to be an FBI agent named Dana Scully. I grew up a feminist, ultimately. And it robbed me of knowing how to properly run a household, be a mother, be a wife. I had to learn all those things on my own later in life and watch women I looked up to that were ladylike for guidance and morals, because I had none. Literally none. One of the things that stood out to me the most about my wedding was the fact that everybody kept asking me, what are the details of your wedding? What are you planning on doing for your wedding? Did you set this up yet? Did you do this? Did you plan this? Did you think about doing this? Blah, 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 blah. I had no idea what to do for a wedding. People were suggesting things and I was like, do weddings really need those things? I thought you just showed up in a dress. People stood beside you and beside the man. You say your vows, exchange rings, and then you're married. Like, I didn't know that weddings had receptions, after parties, before parties. I didn't know about bridal showers or bachelor parties or any of this kind of stuff, right? And people were asking me about these things. I was like, what are you talking about? And tea parties. I didn't even know what a tea party really was consistent of. I just thought, well, you just have a cup of tea on a saucer with a spoon. You hold your finger out. Tea party. No, man. There's so much more to a tea party than that. I had no idea. Like, proper etiquette for a tea party is biscuits, jam, sometimes butter, cookies, treats, little tiny triangle sandwiches. Yeah, it's like a whole meal. Like a whole snackage going on for tea time. Tea party. I had no idea. You know, I had to look these things up. Things that a girl should know. Things that a feminine woman should know. But I didn't. So I found myself sad that I didn't know much about weddings, tea parties, things that normal women should know about. And so I felt like I lost a piece of my childhood and a piece of my femininity from growing up the way that I did, not knowing the things that I now know. And I find myself now wanting to have tea parties and have pink flowers and aprons and dresses. I never grew up wearing dresses or skirts. I grew up wearing pants, baggy t-shirts.
What's a baggy t-shirt?
A t-shirt that's way too big for you. Tank tops and like, I guess you would call them rompers now. They were like shorts that were attached to a shirt and you wear it. I used to wear those. And when I would go clubbing, I would wear like clubbing clothes, which wasn't consistent of dresses either or skirts. They were tight jeans, tank top or bra kind of shirt, like a tube top kind of thing. Not at all something that a woman should wear. You know what I mean? So. And then as I got into my paganism, I became a little less concerned with that. And I tried to be a little more modest at the same time as keeping my feminism. So I would dress however I wanted. I didn't care what anybody thought. I liked a lot of fairy-like clothing and leggings. Seasonal clothing things that I would wear. And so I lost a lot of my femininity over the years, and I wasted a lot of time in the world and of worldly things. And I feel so bad I wasted all that time that I could have been with the Lord, doing what I was supposed to do as a woman, doing what I was supposed to do as a wife and a mother. So I thought it's time to reclaim my femininity. And each day at 2 o'clock, I will be having a cup of tea.
Mommy?
Perfect
Mommy.
every time. Yeah.
Is this abomination? At the park, I saw a girl kid and a girl older guy kissed in the mouth.
A what?
A girl kid and a older girl kissed in the mouth. What?
A what?
Like this? No, I saw
2 girls?
a kid girl and an older girl kissed in the mouth.
I don't understand what you're saying. Hold on,
A
guys.
kid girl